Today I have 10 tips for new players and even intermediate or veteran players. If you stick around till the end of the video, I have an extra tip as well. Tip number 1, if you need higher tier runes, souls, or relics, you can use 5 of the lower tier to make 1 of the higher tier. As you can see, I just used 5 tier 5 runes to make 1 tier 6 runes. Yes, you do lose a little bit of silver, but if you have an overabundance of one of them, you can even do this with tier 4, then there's not really any loss there. Tip number 2 is you can check the enchantment rate of resources in whatever zone you're in by pressing N and looking up here. As you can see, 4.1 is an 8% chance, 4.2 is 1.6, and 4.3 is 0.32. Tip number 3 is you can still use invisibility potions while you are using your minor work boots. So if you're trying not to get ganked or anything, you can pop your boots and then use an invisibility potion. And there is no range on the invisibility potion, so you can continue running and they will have no idea where you went. Tip number 4 is the more specialization that you have in an item, the more overall IP for all of those items you will gain in that tree. So if you look at this, Merc Jacket, Hunter Jacket, and Assassin Jacket all give you plus 20 bonus item power to all leather jackets in the tree. Tip number 5 is you can actually level up fishing by eating fish. As you can see, I got 75 fame for that. I got 75 more fame. That will go directly into your fishing tree. Tip number 6 is if you're lagging in faction or ZVZ or in fights in general with other players, you can turn off the damage numbers. So it's not just a whole screen full of numbers that are popping up everywhere, taking up all your computer power. Tip number 7 is to faction flag while you're clearing dungeons or gathering or doing anything in the open world in the royals, because it will give you faction points. As you can see, after I gather this, it's going to give me 2 points, 2 more points, and another 2. Now this does scale with tier of items that you are gathering or mobs that you are killing. Tip number 8 is if you have maps, solo maps that you don't want to use, you can recycle them for silver. Tip number 9 is if you need to store silver somewhere, or you need to switch it to an alt character, or you're going to have auto respec on and you don't want to use all of your silver, if you have an island and you have stations, you can go down to administration and you can deposit silver in here, and this isn't going to cost you anything. There's no tax for it. You can pull out the exact amount that you put in there whenever you want. Tip number 10, if you subscribe, I might let you pet my mammoth. And tip number 11 is if you have solo maps or group maps in your inventory, it can make your travel back more expensive. I'm just outside of Marlock right now, and the travel back is 2,148 with a tier 7 map in my inventory. Now if I look at this again, it's literally like 1,000 silver cheaper, and this scales the further out you are from a city, or if you're in the black zone, it's way more. Alright guys, well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. Thank you for watching these videos. It's really nice to see that people are actually enjoying the content that I'm making, and I am working on getting better, especially with like editing and stuff. But if you guys have any questions or things you want me to make videos on to explain stuff, feel free to put it in the comments. I would actually love that, so I know more of what to put out there. But yeah, thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.